G'day, Obi-Wan-G. No, omdevaji Sheshna Yoga Center. This video is about self-belief and the reintegration of the self. Because we're energetic packets and we interact energetically with other energetic packets, we have a tendency to influence each other energetically. So we rub off on each other. Like I said to my son, I said, be careful who you hang out with because they rub off on you. He said, I hope Billy doesn't rub off on me, Dad. I said, well, you're getting the point. So you got to be careful. You want to be in symbiotic relationships. It's a bit of a utopian fantasy. But ultimately you want relationships or interactions that are mutually beneficial and uplifting to both parties. Sadly, and culturally, we live in a world that is based, according to my interpretation, on competition, consumption and comparison. So weird energetic dynamics. Sometimes you give yourself away. It's weird. Because underlying everything, we got this desire to please people. Well, most people do. Some people just please themselves. We're not talking about them, we're talking about the sensitive people. The people with the desire to please. So in the desire to please, sometimes you forego your own pleasing yourself at the expense of pleasing others. So you give yourself away. If you look at the world at the moment, especially in the spiritual communities that I'm exposed to, there's a hell of a lot of people going through this internal catharsis where they're grasping outside themselves for answers, and everyone's going, chill, slow down. You got to fill up your own cup. So I've been looking at filling up my own cup after external dependencies and demands and expectations and stuff like that. So I went to I'll save it for another video, the intimate workshop that I went to, the sacred intimacy. But basically, how do you believe in yourself enough to fill up your own cup? I guess you'd work out what constitution you are, what elemental constitution, your psychological predispositions and your emotional predispositions. And if you don't even know what the divine is, maybe you can cultivate some understanding of what life is for you and then spend some of your day enhancing that belief and spending maybe 15 minutes with whatever really makes you passionate about life. It's really hard, I found, to maintain self-belief, especially if you're around people, because the predominant emotion in the old paradigm is fear. We can go into why it's fear, and you can talk about some gets disproved or gets proven as a conspiracy theory. Conspiracy means to breathe together. But there's entities in a different dimension vibrating just outside ours. I sound nuts. It's true though. They eat fear, like you eat breakfast, like you eat lunch. They're hungry suckers too, mate. And the emotion of fear is their prime appetite. That's what they devour. So, this culture has been aligned with people that perpetuate fear. We're moving into a new paradigm of love. How can you be in that love but hang out with people in fear and still maintain your own love? How do you believe in yourself when other people don't believe in themselves without them rubbing off on you? It's a hard gig. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just talking about the subject. Self-belief. It's a challenge, especially when self-esteem's questioned everywhere. I don't know. Like, I have faith in myself. I have faith in the divine, my own universal soul. I'm getting over the fact that I used to not have faith in humans because ultimately deep down I couldn't trust myself. But as I trust myself more and more and step into my own power, then I trust more people externally, which therein lies the secret. Once you cultivate it internally, you don't need it externally, but you start to see what you've cultivated. It's a beautiful experience. I've tested this to the nth degree. Reflection, projection, self-understanding, self-investigation. It's cool. I don't have the answers. All I'm doing is throwing things around in the subject of self-belief. And how the old paradigm's fighting against us, the new paradigm's fighting for us. Oh, geez. Bloody confused. Sometimes you just need to focus on the new paradigm or inside. Do the work. No worries. Om Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Mahadev, Sheshnag.com. You can subscribe. You can watch some of the other videos on self-acceptance. I won't get any money because I'm not sponsored. But I can plug a whole heap of videos. You're cool. What on earth is Kundalini? Peace. Share the world.